Hi, this is Rebecca Urick with the High Frequency Channel, and you are tuning in for transformation. So one of the very first things that I do with my clients is help them to create a vision of the life they would love to live. Now, if you've been listening, you've heard me talk about this before, and I will tell you that it is probably one of the hardest things for my clients to do. It's challenging because what I have them do is I have them create a vision as if it is happening now. So where they might say, I have a beautiful new home and I have the love of my life and we're getting married, or we're married and I've doubled my salary, when in reality, in their life right now, they haven't. And the reason that I do that is because I want to open up the possibilities for what could be. Because remember, we live in an abundant universe and there is no such thing as lack. And where you are experiencing lack is in your own belief system. You are the only one holding yourself back, which is it's sometimes hard to hear, right? Your best thinking got you exactly where you are. I know, and that's hard to think, right? Because I hear a lot of us maybe saying, you know, I tried that and the universe doesn't want me to have that. I hear a lot of, well, I guess the universe doesn't want it. And I'm here to tell you the universe wants everything for you that you want. The problem is you and myself in my life, right? It's our belief system. It's our programming that makes us believe we can't have the money, or that we're never going to meet that person, or we're never going to have the beautiful house and all that stuff that we are looking for. So the next time that you say, oh, the universe doesn't want me to have it, just remember, the universe wants you to have everything that you want. So when I'm having my clients design their vision, I always have them use the sacred name, I am. And I want you to know that when you are talking with your friends, I want you to know how important words are. So when you're talking with friends or family or whoever, and you're saying, I want, to double my salary this year, or I want to meet my new partner, the love of my life. The second word after I is the manifesting word. So when you say, I want to meet the man of my dreams, or the person of my dreams, what you are intending to bring in is what you are manifesting is the wanting to bring in your loving partner or your forever partner. So we want to use words like, I have the beautiful partner, life partner, or all paths lead to my lifelong partner. Or the other part is, I won't. Right? I won't do that instead of I can't. So I want you to listen to the words that you're saying when you talk about things that you desire in your life. If you are always saying, I will be doing that soon, or that's going to be mine, any day now, or that's what I'm looking to do, or whatever you are thinking of bringing into your life, I want you to make sure that you are using words like, I am, I have. You don't even want to do I will, because I will be manifesting that you will be doing something. Does that make sense? You will always be doing something instead of actually doing it. Does that make sense? I hope so. Really important that you listen to your words, that you use words that are kind to yourself, that are about abundance, about actually having everything that you want. Because there is no lack in the universe. The lack that we experience is in our programming and our paradigms. We actually have created our own lack, our own limitations, right? So using words like, I am successful, I am meeting the person of my dreams, I am, or I have success in my life, or I have, whatever it might be. Please take some time this week to look at the words that you are using when you're speaking, okay? And I am ready for my first caller. I think we have Tammy.
Yes, hi.
Hi, Tammy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. You're from British Columbia, Canada. I love it.
Yes, I am. It's
so
here.
Is it good? Good. That's awesome. Always good to have beauty around you. So I am an oracle card reader. I source transmission or transmit source, and I am a life coach. Can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm just basically anything you feel led that I need to know. I'm just at a path right now.
All right.
I'm just looking for clarity and guidance.
You're at a what? An impasse, did you say?
An impasse, just trying to get unstuck in certain areas and just feel like I'm restarting life right now and just needing some guidance and reassurance in some ways and maybe some clarity.
Okay. Okay, so I am working with the crystal cards today. So you have clear quartz. Do you have a clear quartz at home?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So put it somewhere. Crystals want to be in certain places in your house. So I highly recommend that you hold that crystal for a little bit and just ask it where it wants to go, and just let it, you'll know when the answer comes to you, and just let that quartz be there. But what the crystal quartz is letting you know is that it's really important that you allow yourself to feel all of your emotions. So this is something that I work with my clients, is I actually have them do a little journaling. So, with an impasse in your life, you experience a roller coaster ride of emotions. Am I right?
Yeah.
Probably you're experiencing fear of what is next. Maybe I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe some sadness of letting go of some things in the past. So what I want you to do is I want you to just really feel all of your emotions. And I don't know if you have pen and paper right now, but I love the saying is name it to tame it. So when you are experiencing sort of an overwhelm of emotions, I want you to name what you're feeling. So, okay, I'm feeling sadness now, and maybe even write it down. So when you name it, you like allowing yourself to feel it and to put a name with it actually sort of takes the power away. And then you'll find that it passes through you faster. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense because I practice a lot of mindfulness and stuff.
Okay, great. You're already on the path. So now what I'm going to add to that is just like, if you want to write it down, I always suggest journaling, because then you can look back on the day and be like, okay, I was sad like 10 times, or whatever, you know what I mean? And then you can get an understanding. But just really recognizing what you're feeling in any moment really helps. The awareness, as you know, the awareness is how we heal. And so what you're going to find is when these emotions come up, you're going to be able to allow them to dissipate faster so that you can go back to a place of contentment. But I'm also getting to a tanzanite, which might be a little bit harder to find. I believe those are like really blue, blue or pink. They come in different colors. I think they're like super shiny. Actually, I'm not quite sure. But I want you to know that you are ready to love again. So you've healed. You've done some really good work in healing yourself from past relationships, and that your heart is ready to love again and ready for new love. In whatever capacity that might be. It may not be in a relationship. It might be in a different area. What does that mean to you?
It means probably relationship, because what I did was I stayed completely single for almost 3 years and just started to kind of date again in April.
Isn't that great? So this is like confirmation, like you're ready to put yourself out there, love like you've never been hurt before, right? And, because you're already on this path and the mindfulness and all of that, I think, it's going to be easier for you to meet somebody, because you're going to be more clear about what it is that you want. Have you done vision work, like created a vision of a relationship that you would love?
I'm starting to work on that, and I haven't made a vision board or like a treasure map book, because I did that because I've read Shakti Gawain, creative visualization and stuff when I was younger. I did that years ago, but I was just thinking about I might start get back into that and do that on like a vision board or a treasure map book.
Yeah. Okay. So so that's usually the first thing that I actually have my clients do. And so specifically for a relationship, I want you to make sure you write down, like, I want somebody that's honest and funny. That's, what do you want? I'm just giving you suggestions, but somebody who is respectful, who listens to me, who cares for me, who takes care of me. What is it that you want? Paint the picture, really get detailed with the universe so the universe can get detailed with you.
Okay, paint a picture with your words and get details.
Yes. Like, and then be specific. So visualize, maybe, sharing a bottle of wine and popping some popcorn and watching a movie. I'm, like I said, I'm giving you an idea, but what is it that you would love to do? Like staying up all night talking, or traveling together, and where would you travel to? So you want so not only do you want I want, all the, like love and joy and respect, but like specific, like I want, like I said, watch a movie all night, or I want this is the person that I want to be able to call on the phone and be able to share how I'm feeling, and they listen. Or you know what I'm saying? That you see how that's specific. So instead of saying like, oh, I want a man to be with me for the rest of my life, or, woman or whatever, that's great, but you want to get specific with your
of the communication that I want, the emotions, the experiences.
Yeah, exactly. Because the more specific you are, the easier it is for the universe to bring it to you. Because when we're vague, the universe is like, well, the universe is a mirror, so it's going to be vague, and it's going to bring you all sorts of different people that are not anywhere. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I love it. And then I also want you to know that your prayers have been answered. So all the great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. So you are on your way. I would just very much stick to what you would love, right? So if anything in your life, especially if you're bringing in a new relationship, if anything is not an 8, 9, or a 10, let it go, right? Because you've got some really good things coming, and the universe gives us options, and you should never settle.
And I think I've done that most of my life, and so I'm not settling anymore.
Well, and I'm not to exactly. I think that's beautiful. Absolutely, very well said. Don't be hard on yourself or past, because That's sort of what everyone does. Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's been like, well, he was a 10 on paper and everyone thought he was great. So I kind of went with, everyone said, and it's like, well, wait a minute. What did I think? When you inside yourself may have known that, this isn't going to last, but you did it anyway, right? That's what a lot of us have been through. So now is the time to harness your power and stay in your truth, stand your ground, and do not let anybody else, and be careful about who you talk to about things, because they, talk to people who, you've been working on with mindfulness. Maybe find a mindfulness partner, or somebody who's doing work in coaching or something to help you stay on track, right? So that, because your friends can influence you in different ways. And I want you to stay true to you.
Yeah, be careful who I share my goals and things with.
Yeah, I love it. It sounds like you're on your way.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. You're good.
Yeah. And everything else is looking pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, answered prayers, girl. You're ready to love again. Just feel all your emotions. When you become better, when you understand your emotions more, as you move forward into these new things, relationships and other new things, you're going to really have a good gauge of how you feel. So when something comes up, you'll be like, something's not right here, because you have done the exploration within yourself to know what the alarm bells, or this is happiness, this is joy, this is fear, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and see the red flags, and okay, I don't need to explore why they're there.
Exactly.
They're there, bye.
Yep, next.
Yeah.
Thanks, universe, but no, next. You're going to be good. You just stay true to you, and you are the source of power in your life. No one else is, nothing else is. You are the source of power, okay?
I am the source of power in my life.
Yep, you sure are. All right, my dear?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Make sure you like my page, the High Frequency Channel. I do free readings often, so I'd love to catch up on you and see, share with me what is
on the High Frequency Channel.
Yep, that's my Facebook page. Would love to have you on there and share some things that happened to you over the time.
Yes, I would love to look that up. And sending you love and very much appreciation for your time for giving me this reading. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being open to the reading. I appreciate that.
You're more than welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too. I'll see you online. So our next caller is Gaia. Are you there? Gaia? Okay. So I'm going to pull a card for all of us. Oh, yes. This is a great card. Check this card out. Oops, let's go over here. It is, it's topaz, but forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. Wow, isn't that so true? Remember that forgiveness removes a block in us to love's presence, right? When we hold unforgiveness in our heart, we are actually blocking ourselves from receiving more love. We are blocking our life from being in the flow. We're blocking ourselves. We're actually creating limitation when we harbor unforgiveness. So I always look at forgiveness, compassion, through the eyes of compassion. And remember that everybody on this planet is looking for connection, belonging, and love. And however unskillful it may be, right? If you can remember that everybody's looking for love and connection, they might just be very unskillful at getting it, or they may not feel like they deserve it. They may not feel like they are worthy of love, so they act out in ways that are just unskillful. And so we want to find more forgiveness, right? More forgiveness opens the block in us. All right. We've got Lisa on the line.
Hi,
Lisa. Hi. How are ya?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Awesome. So I'm an Oracle card reader. I transmit messages from source, and I am a spiritual coach. How can I help you tonight?
Well, I haven't done this before, so I'm open to any kind of information I could get about my future and about possibly past loved ones, but I don't know if you do that or not.
I usually don't do like loved ones that have passed, but I would be happy to help you with, what is going on in your life currently. How's that? Or future?
Okay, great.
Okay, so do you have a rose quartz at home?
No, I don't.
Okay, so don't necessarily go out looking for one, but if one comes across your path, you may want to consider, you don't have to buy like a major rose quartz, but buy a little one. Are you looking for something about your love life, either a new or renewed romantic love is here? Okay.
I am married, but we have kids living with us, so it's kind of hard to have a love life.
But you can still,
they're
go
all
out
older.
and
I have 3 adult kids that live at my house, so
that's okay. You can you find time to go on a date, go out to dinner or something without the kids? Yeah, because I'm seeing a little increase. So basically, what you're saying is maybe it would be good for you guys to reconnect. Even though you have, older kids living with you, I feel like, once the kids get ready to leave, or maybe they're staying in later and longer, I think nowadays, but I think it's really important that you and your husband begin to reconnect and find some fun things to do. Maybe even throw in a hat a few ideas and pick one and, go do some fun things together.
I think that we could use that.
Yeah, I think so. And so is there something going on where there might be a little fear of other people trying to control you?
Well, everybody does. Everyone thinks I should do this or that, and I have my own path that I want to follow, and I don't feel like I get support in that.
Okay. So what I want you to...
with religion and with my work, and I want to go to school and start a new career, and I don't feel like I'm getting support in that.
Okay, so I want you to connect to your God-given strength and maybe even standing your ground and voicing your feelings and voicing what you want. So what I'm getting is that you're right. Other people are sort of telling you what to do or what you can't do. And so there's a little bit of fear that others are trying to control you, but you have the power to become aware of that and to shift that around.
Okay.
By standing in your power. So when I have clients that have stuff like this going on, what I would, recommend them doing is, maybe start with something small, something that you want to do that's small. So it's not like I'm going to school and I'm switching religions and I'm, like, so it doesn't become like a whole, like, and like maybe start with, like do one little thing because each little step that you take is going to build your confidence to kind of, you gear yourself up for the big change and gear your family up, because as you build your confidence, you're just going to start sort of becoming that person, and it's going to be a natural flow into it. What happens these days is we allow something to go on for so long that by the time it's ready, we make the shift on a dime. We're like, I'm done, and then it's like, whoa, everyone's blown out of the water, and, it disrupts everything. And that, there are a certain place and time for that, but you can also just simply begin to take like small steps right now. And that's really going to help you. And this is going to build your self-confidence. It's going to build your God confidence. So that you believe in yourself by believing in God working through you as you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So let that energy. Yeah. Good. Okay. So they're gonna, we have about 60 seconds left. So I would love for you to, like my Facebook page, the High Frequency Channel. I often go on for free readings. I would love to have you on and, continue this conversation.
Okay, I appreciate you guys calling me.
Yeah, well, we love it.
And I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, and I wish you so much luck. I know you're going to do it. You've got this. Okay?
Okay. I appreciate your time today.
You're so welcome. I appreciate you giving me your time. Thank you. Have a beautiful evening. And thanks everybody for coming on. I love you. And this is Rebecca Urick with the High Frequency Channel. I will tune in next week. Tune in with me. Love you. Namaste.